What are the best Geometry Dash demons of all time? Well, I'm here to tell you. So last week I did a survey where I asked you guys what the worst demons of all time were, and we chose the top 5 worst demons of each difficulty. And some of the results were really surprising. However, in today's video, we had 2,095 responses. That is more than double the amount for the worst demons. So I think we're gonna get an accurate list. So we're gonna see what was voted for the top 5 best demons of each difficulty. Number 5. So the 5th most voted best easy demon in the game is White Space by Zender Game. This is a fantastic level. When it came out, everyone was pretty much blown away by it, by all the moving objects, the art, the really cool like animated transitions and everything. This level has a lot going on for it. Zender Game was really stressing himself out about like one-upping himself of his past creations, and he was getting like depressed, and this is sort of like his story of pushing forward no matter what. The train goes no matter what, I believe is how the story goes for this level. And so you got to struggle through those depressive thoughts and like push through to the other side, because you can find beauty and glorious things like this level, for example. So it's cool. It's a very special level. As you can see, it's just such a banger level when it comes to transitions and like going through like the falling train and like this sort of dream space collapsing. You know, the transition with the hand is just so iconic as well, the hand reaching out. It's such a good level. Number 4. The 4th most liked easy demon is a level called Astrolith, which is a mega collab by a ton of creators, too many to list. I just gotta say, this level is one of my favorite easy demons in the game, so I'm so glad it's on this list because it is remarkably beautiful. Like, I don't think I've played a level quite like Astrolith before. It's also really fun. It's just got some like peak fantasy art. You know, it is peak fantasy art in Geometry Dash. It is incredibly beautiful, and the song really kind of touches the soul as well. That really brings out the beauty of the emotions. Like, the whole package of this level is just unreal and unmatched when it comes to like fantasy levels in Geometry Dash. Man, I absolutely love this level, and I'm so happy to see it on the list. It's one of my faves as well. So, damn, you guys chose well. Like, look at this. This transition, boom, into the train that burst through the portal. Oh, it's just incredible. It's so amazing. And this animation. Number 3. Coming in 3rd place with 138 votes is I Spy with My Little Eye by Voxicat. I really dig this level. It's super intense. It's got really flashy effects, so it's not everyone's cup of tea. But what it does right. This eye that's in the background certainly is menacing. All these eyes looking at you. All the parts, you know, the eye like blinking with like the flashes, and then the big eye chasing you. Like, it feels really intense, and it is a really smooth looking level. Once again, all the transitions really cool, and the unconventional gameplay at certain parts with like these floating blocks in the air, and the beginning with like those little like spike slopes that you're going on. It's cool. You feel like some unease while this eye thing is chasing you, this big monster. Thematically, it's awesome, and I think it is a really cool level, and I totally understand why people absolutely love this level. It's not one of my like most favorite easy demons, but it's a certified banger in my opinion. I absolutely love it. I get the popularity for this level. It's good. Number 2. To my surprise, the 2nd best easy demon voted by you guys was Death Moon by Caustic or Funny Game. I love this level, and I knew that a few people were going to be voting for it, but I didn't realize you guys liked it this much. I think this level's fantastic. I'm glad it's up here, man. This is some 1.9 love. It's just so much fun to play. It's so fun. It retains its intensity. The song goes with it perfectly. And even though it is 1.9, it uses the 1.9 features to the max. I adore this level so much. The bleeding rain. You can't forget that. It's awesome. Oh, it's so good. I think the reason why people love this is it's very easy to read this level because there's not too many crazy things that are getting in the way of the gameplay, but it still does have like some cool art to it as well, you know? It's got like this nice mix of sort of like old and new. It bridges the gap of like old and new levels. It's really good. Oh God, it's so good. Number 1. And the best easy demon in the game, according to you guys, is Change of Scene by Blee. I don't think there was ever a question that this wasn't going to be the best easy demon in the game. This had an overwhelming 398 votes for it, which was like over double the second place. And I get it, man. This level is so well put together, and it is one of my favorites in the game too. So you guys, you chose well. I'm impressed. There's two different ways you can go. You can go the way where everything, like all these boss fights are sort of happening in the distance and you're seeing it like a play that's going on, or you can go into the play itself and you go into these boss fights, which is the path that we're seeing right now. It's so incredibly done. It's so well optimized too. It's only like 80,000 objects or something, and it's just one of the coolest experiences in the game. I love the way this level flows. I love all the different boss encounters. It's so good. What a visual masterpiece in the editor. A visual and gameplay masterpiece because it goes so well with the song. Like, it's good. It's so good. Now we're on to medium demons. Number 5. And the 5th best medium demon in the game, voted by you guys, is Nintendo by I'm Fernando. This actually surprised me because I really like this level, and I know it's quite popular, but I didn't realize you guys were going to vote for it to be the 5th most popular level. It's a level that has a bunch of different parts that are references to various other games or pop culture anime. Like right here, like there's a Sonic part, there was a Goku part, we had a Bendy and the Ink Machine part, a Tron part. There's all these references to pop culture, whether it's like gaming, animation, TV shows, you know, all kinds of things. Club Penguin, you know, it's just like this really long XXL mega collab with a ton of different stuff, and it just came together so well, and it's such a fun and cool level to play. Oh yeah, Zelda baby, you know, like all the gaming references are great. Kid Icarus, oh yeah, Cuphead, you know, yeah. Oh dude, it's so well animated too. Dude, this is gonna be 5 years old soon. I think this level is 5 years old. Dude, for a 5-year-old level, this still looks so good. Pac-Man, oh yeah, all these parts are so well integrated. Yeah, oh, just a banger. Good pick, guys, good pick. Number 4. The 4th best medium demon in the game is Wanna Cry by Kira9999. This level was a winner in the No Copyright Sounds Gauntlet, and it is really cool. It starts out with like this section where you're like in a behind the back, like first person view of your game mode, and then it just like it keeps on shifting throughout. It really works with the intensity of the song. It feels like you're in some sort of like cybernetic space, you know? And it's really, really cool. I really like this level, and I especially like this part right here where you go between the TVs. Boom, you keep on popping back and forth between the TVs with like the other TVs flashing in the background, dude. And this whole level, it's incredibly well done. You know, I will say there are some parts where it's really hard to see what you're doing. It was like almost too flashy for me. I really enjoy playing it, but there are some frustrating moments for sure. However, this level, just taking it in terms of like the artistic and design approach, it's amazing. All the like cool transitions like that and all the flashy effects, like it looks incredibly good. This level is one of the coolest looking levels made, and it plays really well with the song. There's so much stuff going on in the background too, so many like animations and stuff. There's so much love that was poured into this level. It's absolutely unreal. Number 3. The 3rd best medium demon, to my surprise, is Verity by Serpunge with 88 votes. I didn't think this level was going to be on here. I'm a Verity enjoyer. I absolutely love this level to death. When it first came out, Serpunge created it, and I played it almost like immediately after it came out, and I had so much fun with this level. I think this level is just like peak medium demon gameplay. It's really fun. It's good fun. It visually rocks because Serpunge was way ahead of his time when it came to visuals in this game, and I think helped like pave the path forward for other effect creators in the future, because Serpunge was just breaking the bounds of the game as early as like 2015, 2016. So yeah, this level it's such a banger. This duel is really fun. There's some creative gameplay, and I get why it's on this list, and I'm glad it is, because it's also, I recommend this level a lot to people. It's one of my favorite medium demons. Number 2. All right, the 2nd best medium demon in the game is, it's one of the most iconic boss fights in all of Geometry Dash. It is Ultraviolence by Zender Game. This level got 192 votes. which is quite a lot more than the third place. There were some kind of like robotic boss fights and stuff that had like some cool animations up to this point, but this just like, it really moved the line on what a really amazing boss fight would look like. It just like, it moved it so far. People were just blown away when this came out, and it's still, to this day, an incredibly animated level. Like, look at this, man. With like the screams, this boss fight right here is extremely iconic because it was so well animated. It still is. And I love at the ending where it just eats you. Ah! Number 1. The best medium demon in the entire game that you voted for, overwhelmingly voted for as a matter of fact, was B by Motley Orc and Scorch VX. Are you kidding me? Honestly, I'm glad. I am a huge B enjoyer. I think it was incredible, and for the time, it was like one of the best levels that had ever come out. It was so amazing because a lot of levels up to that point were trying to be too hardcore, but this one was like sort of cutesy and really fun. Cutesy, but has like tons of work put into it, and was just like so well made, and it has like amazing animations. It's great. It's peak. I think this level's awesome, and it was up there in my previous videos one of the worst demons, but now it sits here as the best demon in the game, the best medium demon in the game. Yeah, duh, it should be up there with one of the best medium demons in the game. It should be. I agree. What were you guys thinking last video? What were you thinking? Now we're on to hard demons. Number 5. Guys, I gotta say, I am extremely happy that this level is on the list. The 5th best hard demon in the game is Forest Temple by Michigan. Oh, this is easily one of my favorite, if not my favorite level in the game. I love the progression of this level. I love how each section of this level is split into its own game mode, so there's not too many like crazy transitions. And I love how the song changes. The song Haunted Forest sounds, or Haunted Woods, I should say, sounds really intense with each section that you're going through, and it adds to like the mystery of the level with like all of the like dark parts and like the flashing green lights. Like it feels kind of spooky, like the Forest Temple did in Zelda Ocarina of Time that this level is based off of. And so I thought this level was is just absolutely incredible, and I'm so glad you guys think so too. This is the 5th best hard demon. I didn't think this was even gonna crack the list at all, so I'm so happy this is on the list, dudes. Oh, you guys did great. Michigan, your legacy lives on, dude. Number 4. So the 4th best hard demon in the game is Crazy by Dav. This level is crazy. It's really cool because the song sounds sort of like really sort of wacky, and it changes a lot, like this right here. Dav did a really good job at using the visuals to play well with the song and to make what represents sort of maybe like a mind sort of breaking and going nuts, you know? There's a bunch of cool like flashy colors, but there's also like hell parts in this level too. It's really cool, and it's a really cool experience. It also helps that the level is pretty fun, and yeah, it's cool. It's got some boss fights, it's got some animations. It's a good level. I think you guys chose well here. Number 3. The 3rd best hard demon according to you guys. It's Jawbreaker! You guys chose this as one of the worst hard demons in the game, and now it's one of the best? Make up your minds, you freaks. Okay, well, I gotta say, this is my favorite circles level in the game, and I think it deserves to be up here. Personal opinion, I'm glad it's on here, honestly. Very, very happy. And I was absolutely dismayed when you guys chose this for one of the worst demons, one of the worst hard demons in the game. I love the way this level plays with the song. Like this level, going through all the portals, it goes so well to the song, and it's such a pleasure to play. I'm glad it's up here. You guys redeemed yourselves. Number 2.
Good morning. I love bald people. You've come to the right place, Silverblade.
All right, and the 2nd best hard demon in the game, according to you guys, is Future Funk by Jonathan GD. Ah, this level, it's a banger of a level. It's a very long, well, not very, very long. It's like a 3-minute long level or something. It is, yeah, it's like an XL level, and it's really fun to play. It's extremely funky. It's a level that's long, but has Like, even though it's long, it retains some really nice quality throughout the entire thing. It's really fun to play. It does have a really hard ending. Last few jumps that do kill a lot of people. So because of that, I thought this level might pop up as one of on like the worst demons list, just because of, once again, a skill issue thing. But this level, it's up here. So this level's cool because it's a hard demon, but it's got some really cool like dual gameplay that's not particularly difficult, and it's pretty easy to get consistent at this level, but you do have to be consistent because it's a long level. But man, in terms of like quality and the way the level plays with the music, yeah, it's really, really fun. And dude, this final part is really iconic too. Going into 2018, man, I didn't realize this level is old. Dude, I'm getting old. And there we go. And these are the last few jumps you got to get through, which are really, really hard. These ones. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, they're not that hard. Number 1. The best hard demon in the game by a long shot is 9 Circles by Zobros. Because yeah, it's iconic. It started a whole trend in the game that continues to this day. People still talk about Circles levels. The Sakupen Circles, all the Sonic Wave remakes. There's so many Circles levels. This level, it spawned a huge trend, and it's really fun, and it's really cool. And in 1.9, this was so creative to do these kinds of visuals with a level. Honestly, it deserves to be up there. It is one of the best hard demons in the game. It's so fun, and I absolutely loved grinding Circles levels. I still do like to play them from time to time when I can, but I do get busy with stuff, so I can't play them as much as I'd like. But dude, I love Circles levels. I'm so glad Circles levels have seen some love from you guys on this list, because they deserve it. There's people who love Circles levels. There's a lot of people that love Circles levels, and there's a lot of people that hate Circles levels. So this is why we have these on like the worst and best lists, you know? It's a love-hate thing, but there's way more lovers than haters. And now on to Insane Demons. Number 5. All right, guys, so the 5th best Insane Demon, according to you guys, is Layak by Enzor. Oh, I'm so happy this is on the list. This has some really unique, fun gameplay, like that wave you're going through, like the sliding and stuff, and it adds to like the intensity of the song. Oh man, this level is such a banger. This level's very learny, but once you learn it and you understand how it all flows, you go, oh, okay, I get it. There's some ways that you might practice it where you think you're doing it right, but you're not. But then once you finally learn how it flows with like all these duels and these wild fast parts, it flows so well, and it's so fun to play with this wild song that goes with it. I really love the block design. I really love the animations, the transitions. Everything in this level comes together to make it just so much fun to play. I really love it. I love the slow part at the end too. That's like really intense, because it's really easy to mess this up, but it's not like super hard. This level's fairly well balanced. Oh man, it's so good. I love this level. Number 4. The 4th best Insane Demon in the game is Supersonic by Zenthic Alpha and a ton of other people. It's a huge mega collab. Oh man, I have a soft spot for Supersonic. This is my favorite Sonic level in the Sonic series. There are 4 levels. There's like Subsonic, Hypersonic, Ultrasonic, and then this. And I love the way that this level flows. Like the build up to when it drops is just, it's such an iconic moment in Geometry Dash history. This build up to right here, this drop. Bam, 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 like to the wave part. Oh, dude, it's so good. And then the inputs to the duel that go to the song, dun 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 dun. Like, it is so intense and it's so good. It's so good. It feels so good to play this level, except for this transition. That's my only qualm with the level. That transition is insane, and you can end up going through there in so many different ways, and you have to be ready for it. This wave part 2 that goes to the song and the memorization ball part, also very iconic moments and so fun once you understand how to do them. Oh, this level is so good. Number 3. The 3rd best Insane Demon in the game, seeing a familiar name pop up, is Crazy 3 by Dav. I really like Crazy 3. This is a pretty hard Insane Demon. It used to be an extreme demon. This level's very well animated, and it goes really well once again. It just expands upon the crazy 1 and 2 theme of it being like this descent into madness. It's cool. It's creepy. It's sort of spooky. It's not like, I wouldn't call it horror, but it's sort of like spooky and off-putting. It's really well done. And the gameplay parts like this that are like topsy-turvy, they really go on to play with the theme of craziness, you know? There's a lot of like this. There's a lot of like weird topsy-turvy parts that play with the theme of crazy, and it's great. I love it. And then of course the boss fight. Oh yeah. It's a banger, guys. This level's a banger. I love it. Number 2. The second best insane demon in the game is Magma Bound by Scorch VX. Man, this level hasn't aged a day. This level when it came out was impressive, and it is still massively impressive. Like, just the way it looks like you're playing a cartoon in Geometry Dash. It's so well put together. The vibrant colors, the clear gameplay, the fun gameplay, everything comes together in this package to just make it one of the most iconic and one of just the best insane demons to this date. It's a fantastic level. Why would you not play this level? It's so good, and I'm glad it's on this list. You guys chose really well. And this part right here, when the boss comes up in the background and he starts like flipping out and going nuts to the song. I'm gonna say this a lot, but it's just true because there's a lot of iconic moments, but it's very iconic in Geometry Dash's history. When I think of Geometry Dash, there's certain levels I think of, and this is one of them right here. Number 1. All right, and the best insane demon in the game, according to you guys, is Windy Landscape by Woogie. Oh man, speaking of iconic levels, when people think of insane demons, this is the insane demon. All right, this is the insane demon they think of. It's very well put together. It's really fun. You know, fairly challenging, even though it is like a beginner insane demon. There's some really tight spaces, but it makes you feel like you're so much better than you are, just because the spaces you're going in are pretty tight, but it does get consistent. Oh man, it's such a banger level. And when it drops like that and goes into the duel, once again, just such a cool moment. And it is silky smooth to play this level. Very cool, and it just had some of the best gameplay in the game at the point of like the creation of this level, and still to this day has some really fun gameplay. Woogie just has a sense of what's challenging but also fun, you know, and this level just displays that incredibly. And now on to extreme demons. Number 5. All right, coming in at number 5 for the best extreme demons in the game is Artificial Ascent, which is a huge mega collab that I believe was hosted by Viperin. And this was the hardest level in the game for a time. And I've beaten this. I beat it 3 years ago, it seems. Wow, it's already been 3 years, huh? This is one of the most fun extreme demon grinds that I ever had in the game. I felt like I was just constantly improving at this level. I was just getting better and better, and I was getting so consistent that like I sort of knew when I was gonna beat it. I had a feeling. I was like, yeah, no, I think it's going to be one of these streams coming up because I was just getting so consistent. And I love it about this level. I love that you feel like you're getting better all the time, even though at first it seems ridiculous because some parts are extremely hard, like Zobros, Michigan, and Anthrax, that part right there. It's just insane. But I love the build up for the final part. Like once you get to this part, you know it's kind of easy, but you start to get a little nervous. You're like, oh, okay, we're going to the end. We're going to the end. But there's still like 40% left, and it's an XL level. It's not a huge XL level, but I think it's like just over 2 minutes long. But still, things get really intense right here, and I love that build up to the end of the level. It's so good. This part here, the Etzer part, very iconic as well, and then it just goes like nuts. So you get to this part, now you're really nervous because it's speed, and this part is really hard. But then once you beat this part, then you're near the end of the level, and the end of the level's not so difficult, but the nerves will get you once you get here. And so you got to be ready for it. Playing this level's satisfying. I get why this is on the list. And I think part of the reason why this might be on the list is people like me, and I probably Vortrox too, who's recently played it, sing praises about this level. And people are like, yeah, it must be good. But it is good. We sing praises for it for a reason. It's really fun. Number 4. All right, and the 4th best extreme demon in the game is a Tidal Wave by Onilink. I had a feeling this would probably be on here just because it is the current hardest level in the game. And, you know, I don't think I'd put it as one of my favorite extreme demons in the game, but I do think that this level in particular, it gets shat on by a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't like the way this looks. I'm like, look at it. I think this level looks great, man, for like a crazy, like kind of wave sort of circles themed level. It's like a beach themed circles level. I love the theming of it. It's great. I'm glad we have like a top one that's not hell themed or you know, super hardcore. I love this level. I don't know if I call it one of my favorite extremes, but I certainly appreciate what they were going for with the visuals and gameplay and stuff of this level. But yeah, it's currently the top one, and so of course there's some recency bias. I love the way the level plays with the song. I'll never be able to play anything like this because it's so insanely hard. But certainly as a viewer, I enjoy watching this level, and I enjoy watching people play this level. I think it's a banger, dudes. Number 3. All right, the third best extreme demon in the game is Limbo by Mindcap and more. This level had a lot of votes. People love this level, and I get it. If I were gonna put together like a list of levels, extreme demons that I haven't beaten, but I really love watching people play, this level might be on the very top. It is so amazing seeing how much people can remember to get through this level. Like, this level requires insane memory, and it's not only that, it's not only like insane memory. This level isn't just remembering the inputs, it's also extremely difficult, and they're like very tight spaces. Like this part right here, it's such a beauty to watch people that are good at the game play through it. Oh my god, I love Limbo, and I'm glad it's high on this list. Although, you know, I kind of expected it to be up here because this level is massively popular. I mean, this video by Mindcap has 12 million views. That's one of the most viewed GD videos of all time, isn't it? Dude, this mega collab came together so well. Honestly, because each memory part also feels distinctly different. There's no part that feels like too samey. Like this part with like the rotating parts right here, this wave part, every part feels so distinctly different, and they just picked the right creators for the right job just to make like such a banger level. Oh my god, every part feels different. This part with like the different speeds of moving objects too. Oh my god, it's so good. And then of course I have to show the end where these keys pop up and you actually have to follow which key it is while you're doing wave spam and not dying to the wave spam. Like that is incredibly difficult to do, to pick the right key. I am just impressed that there is a randomized element to this level that happens at the very end and people are able to do it. Incredibly cool. And it has this part too, which like I said is very iconic, where you fall and you can land there, but then you die if you didn't pick the right path or you didn't pick the right key. Oh, it's great, man. This level's great. Number 2. The second best extreme demon in the game is Acu by Nejfu. I think this level's great. I wouldn't call it one of the best extreme demons. I think it's one of the best beginner extreme demons though. But I think the reason why this is on the list is because this is one of the most accessible extreme demons in the game. And so this is probably an extreme demon that most people have tried at some point or another with some success, or maybe have beaten it outright. And so because of that, this was probably just voted for because people have experience actually playing the level. Now, not to say it's a bad level, I think this level's great. I think it's a fantastic beginner extreme. I love it how like playful and lighthearted it is, and I love all the different parts to it. I think it plays extremely well. I love the beginning part, and I even downright say I love the end part, even though it is a little bit harder than some of the other inputs. I think it's a really fun little stress test, and yeah, it's cool. I think this level came together really well, and I love it. It has some really unique parts too. I love like the jump orb in the wave part at the beginning. I like the part where the jump orb's like following you. It's cool. So I get why this level's up here. Number 1. I think you guys all saw this coming. I mean, I know I did. The number 1 best extreme demon in the game, according to you guys, is Bloodbath by Riot and more. It was a big mega collab. And if we're gonna talk about things that are iconic in Geometry Dash, you can't talk about anything unless you talk about Bloodbath. This level single-handedly pushed the game into the territory that we're in now with the game. Now, there have been jumps that have been made by people, especially these days, you know, like Slaughterhouse and Tidal Wave and all that. Like, you know, we're seeing incredible leaps in difficulty, but this is the level that proved that, okay, it is possible to make giant leaps in difficulty in the game, and to just like for a top 1 to be so much harder than the previous best level. Riot really paved the way for a lot of people that got inspired by his completion to become good players that are still good players to this day. This level did so much for the game, and it is really fun. It's a very like kind of ship heavy level, I would say. There's a lot of timings in other game modes and stuff too, but the ship parts in particular, like it popularized the straight fly phenomenon, you know, and it made people realize that, oh yeah, this game Geometry Dash can be pushed so much further than we think it can. And it is just such an important part of GD history. Also, I gotta say, even though it's old and maybe people would be like, well, you know, there's better levels in Bloodbath now, I still think the gameplay of Bloodbath is so much fun. This is a very, very, very fun level to play, and it's one of my favorite extreme demons to just sit down and play. It is really, really fun, and this level, it definitely deserves the top spot, I think. I can't think of a better level than Bloodbath to be the number one. All right, everyone, that is the top 5 list of the best demons of each difficulty. What did you guys think? Did you agree? Did we redeem ourselves from the worst demons of each difficulty? Honestly, the worst demons of each difficulty, I thought the video was mostly fine. There were just a few odd choices, that's all. Leave a thumbs up, helps me out a lot. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, guys, peace.